everyone, welcome to episode 8, I think, of It's Always Baked. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 8 of Always Baked with Cupcake. I have a very special guest. No introduction is needed, but you, if you live in Austin, you voted for them 8 years in a row as the best drag queen in Austin. From Boulay Brothers Dragula, from your dad's house, it is Louisianna Purchase.
Yay! Hi, Diva.
Hi, how are you?
It's me and Jessica.
Oh my God, right? Everyone, if you, oh God. Louisianna was there at the beginning of Jessica, the adoption of Jessica.
If you can see, yes, Jessica and I are close friends. I've known Jessica for many years.
Many years. It's whenever I had to feed you.
Yes. Yes.
You know, Louisianna can't cook food for herself.
I'm not domestic. And that's okay.
It is okay. It's okay. You're
but that's
talented.
I thought we were going for kisses.
Oh.
But yeah, I've known Jessica since she was a wee kitten. And
a wee tawny catane.
A little wee tawny catane. And that's what Cupcake would do. We would get super high in our apartment and come up with like the entirety of Jessica.
Right. Like Jessica Tandy Dupree.
Jessica Tandy Dupree, St. James, Fawcett. Purchase Extravaganza. Yeah. She's cool right here. Okay, awesome. Yeah. You know I love Jessica because I'm wearing my good Simone Rasha and I'm letting her on.
Oh, so right. No, that's sweet of her. She does shed.
Love.
She sheds.
That's cool. Yeah. I don't mind. That's cool. It's the H&M collab. It's not mainline.
Gotcha. Cheap. Cheap, but hard to get still, right? Yeah. Everyone, okay, so we just got done doing a gig together. It was, we want to talk about this gig. It was homophobic.
Yes.
It was 11 a.m.
We were up at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And that in and of itself. See, my thing is like, we'll backtrack just a little bit. I hate waking up early.
It's hard. It's difficult.
hate it. Am I used to it? Yes. When we filmed Dragula, it was very, very earlier than that hours. But I didn't get a lot of sleep. And when I don't get a lot of sleep, I'm just like, it's hard for me to get into the gig. Like, get the energy to do it.
Yeah.
But I will say there were a couple things that do help. Coffee, weed,
baby, weed.
And then I knew that there were some like amazing divas in the gig. So I knew. Like,
it was going to be, it was going to be okay.
You were going to be there. Yeah. It was going to be super cute. It was going to be fun. And we did, but that heat was...
it's not cute. And I also think, so it's like, it's Pride Month in Austin. So like they, the company was like, let's do a Pride gig, I guess. Let's do something for the gays.
Yeah.
And I just don't think, it's obviously that even though that gay guy was really cute, the one Ben was cute.
Yes, Ben. Hi, Ben.
I don't know if he planned it, because if he did, I didn't think it well through, because it's homophobic to have something at 11 a.m. for drag queens.
If you want like the queer community to come out, you cannot have 11 events before 2:30.
No, girl, no.
I'm always amazed when I see people at brunches. I'm like, wow,
me too.
You did Satan's work. You came out.
You know what's funny about brunch? It's not even a real brunch time. It's really like dinner.
No, that's the other thing too, is that we've got to stop lying to these people. And
girl, it's never been brunch.
Lunch dinner.
It's never been brunch. It's always lunch dinner.
No, I am.
I know. Lunch dinner.
Unless it is a cute booking fee, and there's like other cute divas there. Or you promised me weed. I don't want to get up.
No, girl. Okay.
Early.
So you say cute booking fee.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, Louisianna Purchase is one of the reasons why people's booking fees are a little bit more in Austin, because it's just a Capricorn.
Yeah.
And she don't take no shit from nobody. It's like, there's money to be made, and Louisianna Purchase is going to make it.
Well, this is how I feel about it, and how I felt about it then. Prior to even like, because if people remember, like my good Judies remember, I was very anti-TV for a long time. Can I tell you this?
I remember when I was at the public library on the phone with you whenever you got the call to do Dragula, and you're like, I don't know if I'm going to do it, girl. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'm like, girl, I mean, do it.
It's a double-edged sword, because those of us who have been doing drag for a while knows that it's not, we can see past kind of the illusion of it. And we know it's not all it's cracked up to be. But also, again, we know that regardless, it's a way to get a platform.
Totally.
It's a way to get more eyes on you, which is worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it for sure. I remember you being like, that was the conclusion. It was like, I'm going to do this because like, this is like a chance just to do, be on a national stage. Like, why?
Absolutely. And, it's no secret that reality shows will contact people. Hey, we would like you to be on the show. That's what was done with me.
Which is like, you have to do a fucking tape. That's like,
no. And I will say I had worked with the Boulets many times prior to, new people that worked in their, with
I
them.
worked with the Boulets too. Remember that?
Yeah. It's it was not a huge jump.
No, it wasn't. No.
Me being on.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Especially during the time, which was, I mean.
Yeah, and also I was much more macabre then too. My drag head's like softened a lot.
A little bit. Yeah. No, because you were like burning.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were rich. She was a swamp witch. It was like literally, you were an old swamp witch.
I was like snapping nuns' necks, burning Bibles.
Girl, those were the days. That was when Poo Poo Platter was problematic. Yeah, I remember those. Drag used to be problematic, and it was okay.
Well, I think also, like, okay, it's like a little, like, we're nearing it, but like, what I feel is when we were considered, and also problematic, like, I feel we should give ourselves more credit. I feel that we absolutely pushed buttons, and I feel that we brought a certain type of drag to an era of drag in Austin that needed it.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
it was so
it needed, like,
there was a large pool of creativity that was not being touched.
Yes, there were so many creative, amazing performers that did not have like the stage that they deserved.
Oh, 1,000%.
And Poo Poo Platter absolutely came in and ruffled feathers, shook up a lot of people.
Yeah.
We made a lot of people mad. And I'm not talking about necessarily the public. I mean, like, other drag people.
Yeah, for sure. Other drag people did get mad. It was just, I mean, which is to be, normal. It's like you get threatened.
You know what? And honestly, like, in the moment, it seemed very unnecessary. But now that I have some distance from it, I could absolutely see, anytime something new comes into something established, people are going to get pissed.
People get pissed.
People are going to get pissed.
And it's good when people get pissed.
That's right. No, I am, I remember when I got cast on Poo Poo Platter, I sobbed.
Me too.
It was because to me, Poo Poo Platter represented everything I loved about drag.
Same.
Like, Poo Poo Platter represented the drag renegade to me. Like,
oh yeah, it was guerrilla drag. It was like undercover. Like we got to be crazy and wild and like respected too.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
See, and that was the thing. Like, Poo Poo Platter came, I feel, with like this. Like I don't know, because Poo Poo Platter
like a gravity.
There was like a gravitas to it.
Totally.
And Poo Poo Platter toured. Poo Poo Platter was a troupe, which was a rarity.
Super rare. We went to the UK.
It's still a rarity to have a drag troupe. But we performed overseas. We performed all over the United States.
That's so cunty. We did that,
to me, it was like, my drag was like, I feel people got booked for Poo Poo Platter were people who were like ultimately themselves.
Oh, totally.
Like they had a fully realized drag
package
character.
was there. Yeah.
And like they knew how to perform. They had an aesthetic. They did, the boxes were checked.
Yeah.
And to me, when I got asked to be a Poo Poo Platter, I was like, okay.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's like,
I'm doing something right.
Yes. It was like, and that was such like a moment of like sort of like relief where you're like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
especially after being told I would never be.
Right. Yeah. And for sure. And it's just like that moment of being like, wow, okay. Like maybe it's not all in my head. Like what I'm doing is like, it's translating and like, it's all working.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And I, it gave me a really healthy and ego boost.
Listen,
and I have a very healthy ego. And
very healthy, a very healthy ego.
You need that.
Very healthy.
I do have a very healthy ego. But also at the same time, where I honestly feel my success comes in is that I feel like I've never felt better than I feel great about me, but I also just feel that I'm surrounded by great performers too. So I just feel like there's a lot of greatness going around. So like when I feel like, I'm really fucking awesome at what I do.
It's because you're around like awesome people.
It's because I'm around awesome people and we're just like kind of like celebrating each other. So I do know like when absolutely. I do know like when like good things happen, like bigger good things happen for me. There are definitely people who are pissed.
For sure. But I mean,
there are mad people, jealous people. People are going to get ass hurt, and that's fine. But like I do feel I kind of led my drag life, and like I hope people realize that I did. Very encouraging.
Oh my God, absolutely.
People.
Totally.
Like,
I mean, I remember one thing when you got on Dragula, you were like, I'm doing this for me, but I'm also doing this like for all Poo Poo Platter, because it really elevated all of us. It really did. It put us like in a more elevated spot, and you knew that. You were like, I'm going to do this, and we're all going to be like elevated a little bit more. And it was true. And
absolutely.
Also, one thing we talked about missing Poo Poo Platter. We're going to miss those moments because we took Poo Poo Platter seriously.
We did.
And so we got a lot of shows. We got a lot of shows now, and maybe not every show is a curated moment. It doesn't have as much time in gravitas as Poo Platter. I would sit for like days. Yeah, I got to figure out this fucking number. It's got to be epic. And now that that's gone, it's going to be weird because that was something I focused on huge. You know?
Yes. No, absolutely. Again, I took every performance like
it was a new performance, yeah.
Because it's my drag mom / like husband show, so I don't want to fuck up.
Right.
Also, I respected y'all and love y'all, so it's like I don't want to fail in front of my friends.
No, fuck no, because we'll point and laugh.
Yeah, and then also the audience. So it was just like I feel and still do feel a real loyalty to Elysium, the venue we would have for Poo Platter. I feel a real loyalty to the show. It's my very first performance I ever did there. Like that show, like because of that show, like a lot of stuff, everything out of my life came from it.
Totally,
drag, relationships, marriage, like everything.
Yeah.
So
marriage. Oh my God, yes, marriage.
I know. I married my mom from Texas.
Yeah. Why I have a boner right now?
Right.
Daddy.
I heard sister's dick heals you quick.
Oh, is that the new?
That's what I heard. Mommy.
Oh my! How times have changed. I heard it was sister dick makes us sick.
Maybe in 2019.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly,
but now, yes,
it's sister dick heals you quick.
That's right. The t-shirts are coming.
Baby, open up. I love cum of all kinds. Boys cum, girls cum. I just love cum.
I love again how you said like at today's like corporate gig, she's running around with the shirt that says
halfway through, I did my number and I was like, oh, this is cute. And I was running around. I was like, wait. I don't think I'm very marketable right now.
No, but that's the legend.
I don't know if I can be on social media. I'm the ghost of social media.
Like, baby, no, that's why you're
not pictured.
I love it.
Purposely, yeah. No pictures of me, baby. How far? How are we on time? 14. Okay, everyone, Louisianna, we're going to take a little break.
Yeah,
and hear from our sponsors, Squatty Potty.
I love Squatty Potty. Squatty Potty has saved my life many times. Times I've been dehydrated, and if it wouldn't be for the Squatty Potty, baby, I'd been straining it. You know what? Would have ruined my perfect vagina.
Oh, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. Squatty Potty.
Take a breath. We've been talking a lot today.
Yeah, we talked.
I feel like I have.
You have been, yeah. On the microphone here, they're making you do it.
I was like, and I feel social media has a significance. And I'm like, oh my God. Literally, there's a little stoned diva inside of me that's going, what are you doing? What are you saying?
That little moderator girl, too, was like, she was very soft-spoken.
She was very soft-spoken. You know, at times I can be hard of hearing. I feel that it's from club life.
It was absolutely from club life.
Honey, I was like part of the 90s rave culture. So
that's right.
Baby,
yeah.
We were sitting on speakers.
You know, and I wonder, often my watch gets those alerts. It's like, you're a loud environment. That's like all the time. And I'm like, I wonder if this really is affecting me.
I always get the, your volume is too
loud.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, well, I'm trying to learn the words at the club.
Yeah. Right. Hello. How fast can you learn a song?
Pretty fast.
You're very fast.
Pretty fast.
Yeah.
I will say I have 2 numbers under my belt that I could lip sync in Japanese, and it took me a couple weeks.
In Japanese?
And I learned them all. There is the romantic, what they call, it's the phonics of the word. Uh-huh. So that's how I learned it, along with just listening and the phonics. All of the words end in a certain sound. So
do you know what you're saying?
Actually, the song so there is an artist. She is considered an avant-garde pop artist from Japan.
Oh, from Japan.
Jun Tagawa, and she has a song called Suki Suki Da Suki, which means I like you, I love you. And I learned it from watching the lyric video on YouTube, which also had the translation. So I learned what I was lip syncing while I was lip syncing.
I love that.
And I like to show off my skill sets.
That's amazing. No. Money, please.
Yeah, I can learn. Well, I'll put it this way: if it's an artist I really love,
right? If
it's a show I'm really into, super quick.
Isn't that amazing?
If it's one of those theme shows where it's like, we're gonna need you to do I don't know.
A Pink song.
Yeah, do Pink. And I'm like,
first of all, kill me. I hate Pink.
I don't know any fucking Pink song. I also, I know one Britney Spears song.
Which one did you do for Pooh?
I did Lucky.
That's cute. Yeah.
And the only reason why I learned it is because I added Sailor Moon to it.
Got you. No, okay.
And so, I gotta, throw something.
Have you seen the movie Ed Wood?
I love Ed Wood.
Okay, so remember that scene where Martin Landau, Dracula, whatever, Boris, No, not
Boris Karloff.
Who played Dracula though?
Oh no, what was
my God.
Dracula's? Bela Lugosi.
Martin Lando's Bela Lugosi.
Yes.
He's Johnny Depp gives him the script, and he's like, you have to learn this monologue, and he's like, and Bela Lugosi's like, I said memorize in a heartbeat, and he's like, how do you have this memorized? You're like old and a heroin addict. He's like, these words, like. These are my words. Like, so you can memorize them with a script or anything like that. It's like something that you would say or you've thought and like resonates in you. You learn it so fast.
That's why I think when I do scripted stuff like commercials or even like the acting challenge in Dragula, phone sex hotlines, anything where you have, I love to improv, and it's not for lack of knowing the material sometimes. But to me, like, I feel like it's got to kind of, like, I have to have something of me in it
for sure.
It's a connect.
For sure. There's lots of ways, like there's like acting ways to go about that and getting it, but also improv is a great way to do that too.
Yeah,
really,
fear of being poor. Yeah, that can also make me just learn the lines as is.
I'm not going back to the trailer, mama.
Honey?
Yeah, I
don't want to eat beanie weenies on the
Learn these lines and you have to eat beanie weenies for the rest of the week.
I don't want to.
I would. You know what I would do?
I will learn the words.
I would learn those fucking words.
I would. Baby, I would be able to form my anus and speak them myself. With my butt.
Okay, is it girls can smoke cigarettes through their pussies?
Yes, I remember getting really stoned with some girlfriends of mine, like in my early 20s, and we attempted. I tried to smoke it with my vagina.
Can you?
And no, you cannot.
But a pussy can.
Yes.
A pussy has an upward draw.
Yes, there's a draft, I believe, and you can smoke a cigarette.
I know that
with it.
I guess
I've tried numerous times, and let's just say very unsuccessful. Yeah.
Because you know when you put air inside, like you get a little air in the enema. Maybe like be a suction thing, like blows out and then sucks back air.
Yeah, I don't know is the word schematics of it, the diagram, the blueprint of it.
Yeah.
But fascinated nonetheless.
Yeah,
I tried, cannot. I don't know. Have you ever tried to smoke a cigarette with your butthole? I
don't do it. My butthole's like kind of broken. It was broken at us as a child. Yeah, I've been bleeding down there for a long time.
She was collecting eggs and it was destroyed by
right. That's about all the action my ass gets a year. It's like egg time. Oh my god. So I've decided I have to blow my nose so bad. I'm just going to do it.
Okay, yes, do it.
I've decided that if I was ever on Drag Race, I have to do the egg number as my talent.
Oh, please!
I have to, right? I have to.
Have you talked about that on your?
Oh no, I actually haven't. Have I discussed the eggs?
Oh my god! I am very honored then. I'm sorry, I touched the mic.
Let's talk about it.
I am very honored then to be the episode that you discussed.
Let's talk about it.
Because this is, I'm gonna set it up. I'll do the setup, I guess. There's certain numbers that have resonated throughout the years here in Austin, Texas. There are numbers that have banded people together. There are numbers that people still talk about. There are numbers that are remembered. Traditions. This is one of those numbers. And I can only imagine how you must feel having created such an iconic
I feel like
number.
I feel like an idiot. I feel like, what did I do? You know what's crazy is this, for so long in my drag, I talked about like, oh man, you just have to be inspired. Like whenever it hits you, you got to do it. Like, this is one of the first things that ever hit me. Literally, when I was like, I want to be a drag queen, this is one of the first things I thought of, which is so strange.
Well, I will say it's perfect because it's like perfect number, perfect holiday, perfect scenario, and it's seemingly so simple.
It's so simple,
but yet I can only imagine the damage it has done to you.
Yeah, it really it's not being someone, what's so funny is I told this story to someone and they go, tops are always trying to find a way to mention the world of their tops. Because I was like, I don't really put things in my ass that often. And they're like, okay, top. Well, which is true. I guess I am a top and I don't put stuff in my butt very often.
I don't think we... so every Easter here in our beloved Austin, Texas, Cupcake will deliver.
I want to be the Easter bunny and I want to lay eggs.
Yes, she lays 3 eggs. Those eggs have taken many forms throughout the years.
Many forms.
There have been super glued plastic, machine eggs that have coins in them for weight.
Because the thing is, you've got to weight it down.
Oh yeah, you can't leave that shit light and airy up in there. You'll suck it up.
You'll suck it right up. I mean, there's been so many incantations. I think that those are of my lore.
Yeah.
the Easter eggs from each year, those are like, if someone finds those are precious objects from like, those are being Horcruxes.
Especially the final egg.
Those are Horcruxes.
Because sometimes they don't
sometimes
come out. I remember that infamous year.
Oh, many years it doesn't. Because I'm going to tell you, okay, so I believe I have a shallow colon or beginning chamber.
Yeah.
Because even when I douche, like I get a little bit of water there and start spitting back out.
Oh wow! So you have a tiny tunnel.
I think there's a tiny tunnel, and then because everyone's second hold.
Oh
they want you to get
that
in.
door is shut. I feel for you.
Well, I know. Well, see, I think the third egg gets shut up in there.
Oh, and that's where they live.
I know.
Oh,
because then sometimes this is the deal. I want to.
It's like the Descent.
Oh yeah, it's deep in there.
So now they're all pale and like they've grown like little claw hands. And like the minute that whoever opens up that second door, I pray for their urethra.
Oh my God! Have you?
It's going to be destroyed.
That video of that person, of the guy, the tiny man walking into the urethra and he explodes? Have you seen it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I sent it to Zach. It is the weirdest video in the whole world.
I would like to. Girl, Rachel, show it to me.
Very strange. It is very strange. It is so weird. Oh my God! I have to get my phone. It's so weird.
Oh my God! But
yeah, I'll finish you in a second. But.
Yeah, so Cupcake is the official Easter Bunny of Austin, Texas.
Yeah,
FYI.
Yeah. I got the idea and I was like, I want to be the Easter Bunny. I want to lay eggs, and it's kind of a throwback to like the ping pong girls of like of Taiwan. That's sort of like that.
Well,
Vietnam
it's
era.
It's like a classic like.
It's like
naughty,
right? Like
thing
put
to
something
do.
Every button, like,
that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I as well like am a fellow.
You have stuff. Yeah.
I have an infamous cross in my ass number that I do to personal Jesus.
There's not a lot of people who on stage are brave enough to have something go in their ass.
And you know what? That's why again you're an icon to me because I also know now I do a pony play number to a song called "My Barn, My Rules."
Oh, you told
if you know, you know. But I
dress, my barn, my rules.
My barn, my rules, baby. And I have a full-on pony fetish play look with a 3-foot long real horsetail butt plug, and I wear that. It's 3 foot long, and it's real horsehair,
3 feet
attached to a glass.
Oh my God, I love that
butt plug. And
it's beautiful.
The first night I did it was in Portland for Blow Pony. And Portland has amazing cabaret laws. You can go full frontal.
Full frontal, and it's like a restaurant, is a strip club, is a like a full frontal strip club, and is like a night
bodega.
Yeah, it's cute. It's
So yes, I wore that look, and what happened was I did a split, and when I got up, my heel caught the tail, and so when I stood straight up, literally you just heard.
Shut up, and it clinked down.
Yeah, but thankfully I was, as always, good to go. So I just picked it up, like cleaned it off with my mouth, spun it around, and then faced the audience and put her back in. Because that's what a diva does.
Girl,
keeps going.
Girl, that is when I take my dick out of someone and they stick it right in their mouth. I'm like, that is so confident to me.
I'm very confident in
baby.
My little lady. I was like, yes.
Luckily. My eggs have been pretty good.
No, I will say the last time I saw the eggs come out, they were. I will say it was copacetic. It was nice.
This year, all 3 came out.
I was very proud of you.
I made because you know what? With my 3D printer, I resin printed some eggs. They were solid. They were heavy. They had real weight. Like they had almost so much weight to them when I put them in. I was like, "Is this too heavy?" I had like putting a weight on my which is kind of nice.
Oh, it's like doing it. You could Kegel. And
I could absolutely. Yeah, it's like Benoit balls, but heavy.
Yeah,
heavy Benoit balls.
I haven't heard that word in forever.
Benoit balls
since like high school.
Yeah, I remember.
Like I don't know what the boys I went to high school with.
Everyone
obsessed with Benoit balls.
Yeah.
And they talked about them a lot. So I remember being like a kid going, "What's it?"
Well, yeah, no,
and my mom's like, "Shut up!
Don't talk about that." Louisianna trash.
Go pull weeds outside. And I'm like, okay.
I pulled weeds outside. I did.
And I would go like high underneath the tree. I'm like, I'm not getting sunburned for you.
I'm not ruining my skin.
I'm not ruining this complexion.
But okay, so I got all 3 eggs out. Sometimes though, y'all, when the 3rd egg doesn't come out, you have to sit on the toilet and smoke a cigarette, and it'll come out.
And everything goes back to squatty potty.
It just goes, and it all comes back to squatty potty. A squatty potty, honestly, has been my friend for that for sure. One time, I swear, I was sitting on the toilet for so long. I'm like, did that get 3 eggs out or 2 eggs? Like I was like, I don't feel anything up there, like nothing. And like I'm sitting there, like maybe I got the 3rd egg out and didn't remember. Like maybe came out of the toilet somehow. Like
did I lose it along the way?
Right. Like you start to convince yourself that because it's a really weird thing. It's a really weird thing to put something in your butt and then put something in it after that.
Now, see, that's
it's a mental fuckery because it's like you don't never do that. You put something in, put something out, but to put something in and then put something in again, you're like, What's going on here?
Now that I will say, that is like your very special, specific
It's an interesting.
Jessica
sensation.
agrees.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, she's seen it every year.
Mommy's famous Jessica.
I've done it on digital drag.
Yeah.
I've done it in many venues. My parents have been in a venue, and so I remember for Mother's Day, they were there. I did it for them.
My niece turns 20 on the 13th. And she wants to come to Austin and see me perform so bad. She's never seen me perform, which I'm not appropriate until you turn 18.
Our lives, our drag.
Yeah,
we are not the spokespeople for our.
Well, I will say, I get asked all the time, so let's just say like the sound piece now. I am all for people who do drag for kids.
Yes.
I am also a firm believer and an advocate for, which I don't really see it mentioned a lot, peer-to-peer drag.
Yes.
Like where the organizations that do shows by kids for kids.
That's great.
I think that's a great idea.
Yes.
I feel drag should be on a rating system like movies.
It is.
I am at the freshest, most delicate, nicest PG-13. I can go to NC-17.
Absolutely. My life.
So I know I am not made for that. Yeah.
And that is just fun. It's just fun.
But I support
me too.
that. Yeah.
No, there's no reason to.
Yeah.
Peer-to-peer is
I am
smart.
a person, I am not here to yucca yum.
No, me either. Like, absolutely not.
If you are happy and not hurting anyone and everything is like consensual, copacetic, like, say la vie, baby.
And with that,
if I could shake him, I would. But Jessica's on my lap.
Yes. Okay, we're going to take a break. My mouth is dry. See you in a second. Always baked.
You? Am I sitting on it?
Oh, God.
Now I am at the age now where I'll sit on things and realize I'm sitting.
Oh. Yes. Was that our ad? That could be our commercial. Yeah, that's a commercial for sure.
Oh, shut. That watermelon agua fresco.
God, that guy was so hot.
I'm a very belchy queen. And I think it's from all the corsetry.
I bet it is. I bet it's got something to do with it.
Because I can hold my diaphragm up in a way that I don't think people actually really should unless you've voice trained.
You know, okay. I agree. Okay, so listen. I think there is... I've worn corsets that are very tight and for a very long time. And it definitely hurts in the thing. But girls, sometimes I think that people think that drag... This is, in my mind, this is the definition of drag.
Yes.
You must be uncomfortable. You're
kind of across the board.
Across the board, like that is it, because it's a gauntlet. Like through all this pain, beauty is begot. You
ascend the pain.
Yes.
Into something.
Girl, when you're wearing some juicy couture fucking top and fucking bottoms and say juicy on the butt, then you're soft and comfortable in your drag, I'm just like very confused. So when people are like, oh my God, I can't corset for so long, I'm like, you can. You're just being fucking lazy.
Well, I will say, like, about corsetry. Yes. Number one, there needs to be, like, people need to watch tutorials before jumping into corsetry.
Yes.
Because I will say 90% of the divas I see, like, do not wear it in the correct spot.
I'm sure.
So I will just say as my little PSA to my divas. So open your corset. You will see a strip on the inside. It is called twill tape, the reduction line, what have you. That line goes 2 finger placements underneath your floating rib. That is what you call your, like, corseting waist, your drag waist, your woman waist, what have you. That's where it goes. Most people put this shit right across their ribs or some ungodly thing. And it hurts. Yeah, diva, because you're wearing it
wrong. Yeah.
I was fully corseted for the entire 6 weeks of Dragula, and I was corseting 24, 25-inch waist, and it was 12 to 16-hour days. So any diva that comes to me and is like, corsetry hurts, I'm like, I don't want to hear it.
No, I don't want to hear it.
I've experienced
that. That is pain. Like, one of my first things I did in drag, me and Grackle, like, we were maybe a year in drag. We did this fucking short film where we were in drag, in heels, filming downtown Eastside Austin on the streets, and then I had to run across the field in heels for 18 hours. 18 hours in heels. My feet were literally bloody at the end. And I was like, you know what? I'm so glad I did this because I will never have a day this hard. Like, now I'm not at the club, girl, nothing.
That's nothing.
That's honestly, you got to break yourself.
Honestly, that's the best thing I walked away from Dragula with.
Oh, I bet. You're like, I can fucking do anything.
Like, honey, drag. Let's do drag. You want to do some drag? Let's do some drag. It was like 12 to 16 hours. Like, some film days, we would get back to the motel, and like my feet would just like, you throb. Like, you would touch it, and it's just like you felt the nerves.
I have a rule that I don't go to motels anymore. I've ascended.
Well, that's where we stay for Dragula.
Yeah. Yeah. I just can't.
A Red Roof Inn, mama.
I will not go to a Red Roof Inn. I will not go to a Ramada. I will not go to a Motel 6. A fucking, what is it? what's the other R one that's so scary? There used to be one on the side of 35. It's
who knows?
It's so terrifying. Motels. If the doors face all one way outside, nothing.
When we were dropped off the Casa Dragula, we arrived by different vans, and we were brought to the Red Roof Inn. I remember I had on a fur coat and my purse, like
ready to
a lady.
Out.
I had another contestant next to me, and I was like, there's cats in the windows. That is so weird. Like, how's that happen? And she's like, because people live here, Diva.
Oh, it was.
And I was like,
people lived at?
Yeah.
That's kind of spooky, though.
So, yeah, we had lots of...
A motel is someone lives at.
I'm saving it for my Inside Edition special.
I love that.
The kids don't know Inside Edition.
Louisiana Purchase is 3,000 years old, everyone.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
But, yeah. She was like, people live here, girl. And I was like,
wow.
Okay.
I guess, yeah, people. I've known people that lived in motels, I guess. Not for long, though.
No. They tend to, like, have places...
It must be expensive.
Yeah. I think someone's life is a life filled with adventure.
Sure.
Circumstance.
Maybe a nomadic nature.
A nomadic, yes.
I always think of motels having soppy, wet carpet floors.
I will say this, and I can't go into detail about this. I stayed at a Motel 6. So I was on tour for Dragula. It was very end of 2019. And I got a text from Orville Peck. And it said, like, hey, Angel, would you like to be in a music video? And I was like, absolutely.
Yes, for sure.
And he was like, okay, can you be in Fort Worth / Dallas this particular day, blah, blah, blah. Well, it was the day after, I think it was a Die Felicia.
Uh-huh.
And so I came home, de-dragged, packed, and my daughter, Sticky Gold, drove me.
Because you don't drive.
I don't drive. So drove me to Dallas, Fort Worth. And I told her, the first thing you see, we're stopping. I need to sleep.
Yeah.
Like I had to get up at like 8 a.m. And
it was
a Motel 6 that had plexiglass. It was an outside, like little kiosk, I guess we'll call it.
A motel kiosk. Yeah.
Where you talk to the guy outside, but he had plexiglass in front of his like little
bulletproof
window
plexiglass?
With a 2x4.
Oh.
Locked it in. He saw us. He reached under, pushed up the 2x4. Got the room, and it was, I will never forget this particular shade of like light aqua blue.
Oh.
Just like, if I remember correctly, when we laid down on the bed, which it was 3 of us, and we had to share like a queen size bed.
Yeah.
But I remember laying down and just hearing and feeling the springs.
Oh, good God.
And then let me tell you, nothing will humble you more than having to do your beat, your makeup. In that lighting in a Motel 6 at like 8 a.m.
Honey, that is a sad moment. People.
Yeah. And then we filmed, I think I was on set for that video for about 14, 15 hours.
Really? It's always such a long shoot.
Yeah. TV work is long. Movie work is long. But I do enjoy that.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, it's long because it's like, it's more like refined, perfected. Like you can like really, like it's just very more like detailed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who does this? Geek Bar. If you are watching this, I'd love a sponsorship.
Oh my God, right?
My favorite is Juicy Peach Ice.
Oh my God, Juicy Peach Ice is good. We stole yours during Preview Letter.
Oh, it's so good. But yeah, Geek Bar, if you're watching, I don't know who runs your socials.
No, you know what? I think they all watch.
Or if y'all love drag. But I love your product, and I would love to please.
Yeah, I love sucking some Geek Bars. I do not vape that much. I know you do. Used to smoke. Listen, Louisiana used to be a smoker.
Honey, I used to smoke cigarettes,
yeah, you did.
And I was a very pack-a-day smoker.
Uh-huh.
And then I go to film Dragula, and you can't. You just don't have time. You can't be, and they don't let you That's
they don't smoke.
Yeah, they don't no. So thanks to Dahlia Black, she turned me on to Jewel.
Oh God! Do we say thanks to her? Maybe not thanks to her.
Right?
Yeah, because then that Jewel was everywhere with her.
Oh, honey, many a night screaming. Where's
my Jewel?
But yeah, and literally once I started vaping, I never touched another cigarette.
Aren't she amazing?
Well, some of us are.
Those who can.
Those who can.
Oh my God, one of my favorite things you've ever said.
Hey, you know what? There's been a few things I've said in my drag career, but yeah. Where's My Check is one, and the other one is Those Who Can.
Oh my God. And okay, the original name of the show was going to be Pure Faggotry because we have, okay, listen, a long time ago.
Can we finally I think if we expose this to the public,
maybe you'll want
to we will then become beholden.
I hope so. Let's do it, please.
Okay, you begin.
Okay, so are you
going to talk about the night? I will. Okay,
please.
I'll start with this. So, we have had the pleasure of working with some divas in Brooklyn for a long time.
Yes.
It was the very first time that like Untitled Queen, Horchata, Charlene, Mary Cherry all came to Austin.
Yes. Oh my God.
And to date it, to kind of give you the era, Charlene was still called Charlene the Drag Queen.
Yeah. I was with her on her acid trip whenever she realized that she was trans.
Oh my God, I love it. See, we are part of drag history.
Yeah.
So we were all at the place that the Brooklyn divas were staying.
Yes. Okay.
We were stoned.
Yes, we were.
Kill Surprise. And there were petticoats because one of the girls wore petticoats.
Oh my God, I remember that Mary Cherry.
And we were like on the floor. I don't know why. I think maybe we just been sitting on the floor. Yeah. And you put on a petticoat on your head, and you were like, it's the petticoat junction. And then I was like, petticoat. And then I don't know why, but we cackled at that. And then we started referring to it's the junction, the petticoat junction. Yes. And from there, we developed a show called Pure Faggotry.
Yes.
Where it was like an SNL-esque gay, where some of it would be live, some of it would be filmed, but different little segments.
Yes.
All very campy. And one of the segments would be a send-up of Petticoat Junction, and called it
Petticoat Junction.
And it'd be the saddest little country divas with petticoats on our heads.
Yes.
I don't know. You know what? Marijuana is an amazing drug.
Amazing. I remember thinking also like doing a little, oh my God, what is that guy's name? The one who's in Hollywood Squares a lot. When he was
Paul Land.
And then fucking with like getting the pedicures done, with their little shrimp toes hanging out, like, ugh, and like shrimp cocktails.
Honey, we had, at one point, like an entire
a whole
fucking like show laid out. And honestly, I feel that if not now, when?
No, I know. It'd be a short form. It's like an SNL like gay show.
And honestly, I do feel like now in Austin drag, there's more variety than ever.
For sure.
So I think now might be just the perfect time for a little frivolity and silliness in drag.
Some pure faggotry.
Would you please comment down in the box below? Hit the subscribe bell too. While you're at
you
it.
Should do that. Somewhere over there.
Comment down below. Would you like Petticoat Junction and Pure Faggotry to come,
please,
to a venue near you? Let us know. We'll have the Eventbrite link soon.
Yeah, totally. Patreon page.
Join the OnlyFans.
I'm about to say OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Pure Faggotry.
Backstage.
You know the problem is? The problem is the word faggotry is very hard to put on the internet.
It's still weirdly polarizing. I love it.
I love it too.
I will call friends that. Yes. I call my cat that.
Faggot.
It's a term of endearment. I can use it when I'm cranky. I think it fits everything like diva. I call everyone diva. I feel diva is a genderless term. So some people, are very specific in what I like diva.
Diva's good.
When I'm announcing or hosting,
that is your like they.
I like to say diva. I also will just fall back to performer. Yeah. I like this as a great drag performer.
Yes. Artist.
Makes it nice and easy.
Yeah.
But I love diva. And
Diva's good.
I did not pull diva out my ass.
No one's ever called you a diva.
Where diva, I would give credit where the diva credit is due. I got used to it from Priscilla Chambers when we filmed Dragula. She said diva. She was like diva.
I remember her in your season. She's like, did she do Dragula again?
Yes, Priscilla also did what they call Dragula Resurrection.
Right. Yeah,
which is more like a documentary.
And she transitioned, right?
Yes, yeah.
That's
Priscilla
amazing.
Transition, and now she tattoos. Does
awesome.
Amazing tattoos.
That's awesome. See, can I tell you? I think the people in Dragula are actually more talented than people in Drag Race generally, because It's just a lot of work.
I'll be honest. And I think one of the reasons why people might think that is because, and I say we have to work harder. Not that Drag Race girls don't work hard. Like,
yeah, no, they do.
I
They do,
have
for sure.
many friends in the Drag Race
Absolutely.
franchise. I love them.
Yes.
I watch Drag Race. Honey, one of my first big gigs, like monthlies or like recurring gigs, was I was the first queen to do a Drag Race viewing party or a bingo at Joe's Coffee.
Yeah, I remember.
So
yeah.
I support the girls.
No,
the
for sure,
divas on Drag Race.
For sure.
But our franchise is not as big as Drag Race.
But y'all
and so I feel sometimes you gotta have skill sets.
Yeah, well, you do, and like the things that you have to build and make, and like for Dragula are huge, crazy, like multi like disciplinary, like it's crazy.
You have to kind of be a good visual artist.
Oh my god, like it's a special effects artist, like pretty much.
They will like the top 4 challenge where we did like the horror icon reimagine. I did Madam Satan. That pumpkin, that was like 2 nights before. They were like, oh, by the way, I need a carved pumpkin.
Ugh, yeah, it's like, okay, here we go.
Like, all right. So, and it's got to correlate with your look.
Yeah.
That. So I do feel your skill set has to be a little bit more varied.
Yeah.
Like, I went into drag as kind of well-established visual artist. I was showing in galleries. I had my own online shop, like selling prints. I like had like well-known clientele. So I thought that's what I was going to be doing the rest of my life. And then I met a fucking drag queen.
God damn it. Got kissed by the death of
And then I met all you assholes.
God, no, here we resurrected this small bitch. Yeah.
And then like actually, like I actually started having fun.
I know. You're such a late bloomer, but I love it.
Yeah. And you know what? People do you regret? Oh my God, don't you regret like not doing? I'm like, well, if I did start drag when most people start drag, I'd be like nearing the age where people usually retire.
Yeah.
Also, I feel I started drag at an age where, baby, I appreciated
everything. Yeah. You were grateful for everything.
Nothing was taken for granted. Yes. Like, they say youth is wasted on the young. It kind of is.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I was able to like soak in every moment, kind of like be a sponge. And,
old sponge.
And appreciate it a little more.
No, for sure. I when I saw you like doing well at drag and everything, I was like, this is so cool. Like someone so late in their twilight years, Yeah,
you know what? Not everyone starts drag when they're 82, but some of us were blessed with.
Oh my gosh, you're like that girl from that old lady from New York who got famous like when she was really really old, right? For being fashionista. Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, you know what? Hey. Well, I did say that drag for me kind of was a, someone retires, they move to like Boca Raton and decide to take up oil painting. And then next thing you know, they're like, oh, I'm having a small showing at MoMA. And you're like, oh, okay, Diva.
Yes, right.
I feel...
There's no age that's too late to start drag.
No,
absolutely not. Honestly, when you're young and doing drag, you're kind of stupid.
Well, and again, I feel because of when I started, I could be a little smarter about it. I knew what I wanted to do and what I did not.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I would much rather attempt something and fail than
1,000
than not do it at all.
No, I always say that life is like I'm gonna fail a million times before I get it right. Like, and that's totally fine.
And honestly, sometimes the failures are the most fun things.
Fail doesn't have a negative connotation to me.
I don't. I will fucking get 10,000,000% behind a diva who will go out there and bust her ass and try.
Yes.
May not succeed, but try over the bitch that sits on the sidelines and it's just all talk.
And it's like, everyone, thank you so much for watching Always Baked. My name is Cupcake.
I am Louisianna Purchase.
And we are the Pure Faggotry of Austin, Texas.
Pure Faggotry. Look out for it. We'll be at the Paramount in December.
Yes.
Get your tickets soon. That's a lie.
Don't.
Maybe one day we'll be at the Paramount if you want Pure Faggotry.
Please call us. I would love that. Or anyone out there. Alamo Draft.
I promise we'll try our best.
We try our best. Everyone, follow me. I'm Cupcake ATX on everything. Where can they follow you at?
You can follow me on Instagram. It's at Louisianna Purchase. And you can follow me on Twitter, X, refuse to call it X. And I am Madam L Purchase.
Madam L Purchase.
Someone took Louisianna Purchase. I was like, okay.
Listen, it's a smart name. It's good. The cheapest little fucking swamp witch.
said it was one of her favorite drag names.
It's a good drag name.
Thank you.
Check it out, everyone. This is Always Baked. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.